Hello everybody, welcome back to the Fanleague YouTube channel. We've just done the One for the Weekend podcast with Stevo The Madman. It was class. It's just a good old chat. So go over to the Ball Street channel and check out that podcast. But this is a Fanleague channel, so we need to talk about some of the big games this weekend. We're going to let you know what we think is going to happen for the games that involve the teams that we support. Last week, of course, Flav, you said that you would resign if you lost to Stoke.
Yeah.
You won 5-1, good call.
Yeah.
Massive gamble, completely unnecessary. We didn't ask you to do that.
Good content though.
But great content.
Yeah.
And that's what you get on the Fanleague YouTube channel.
I would have gone, I would have walked.
Just went for it. You do that sometimes,
yeah,
don't
you just got to go balls out sometimes. Yeah.
Oh.
I tried to get you sacked on one of our
Thanks for that.
strands this morning.
Yeah.
If it gets 100 likes, I'd have sacked them live on air. Not that I have the authority to do that, but it's a laugh.
Great drama, great conflict. Right, three games.
Jeopardy.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about Man City versus Spurs, Stoke City versus West Ham, that's Stevo's team, and Birmingham City versus QPR.
I thought you said
the biggest tie of the thing.
Three big times you said.
Yeah, no, that is a massive game, and I'll explain why. Let's start off with Man City versus Spurs.
QPR Birmingham?
It is a huge game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and I will explain why.
Cool.
Stick around to the end of the video.
Interesting.
See what I did there. Man City versus Spurs. Is there any way that Man City will ever lose a game of football
Ever
for
again?
the end of time?
Who's at home?
Man City are at home.
Spurs, all right.
There's
If there's any team in the league that can beat Man City, it's Tottenham.
Maybe.
But there is no team in the league that can beat Man City.
Yeah.
It's especially difficult for Spurs because we don't have any defence. Like we've got Eric Dyer and Vertonghen. Like Dyer's like literally our fourth choice centre back. He's much better in midfield.
Yeah.
Sanchez is suspended. Alderweireld's out till February.
Why has Sanchez got sent off?
He's got like
Watford.
elbowed or armed someone in the face.
You are very good away from home,
retrospective.
No, he did it there and then, and he got sent off straight red.
Oh, is it?
And it was a red card, although it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
Elbow smash him, but it
It was
was.
just sort of his arm was high because I was short.
Yeah, and anyway,
But you have been strong away from home.
We've been strong. We've been strong. We've been strong at home and away. We're about where we were last season. We met a title challenge last year. So, but who beats Man City at home? Who beats them at home?
Yeah.
They may not get beaten this season.
With Fanleague, of course, you can have just sort of one row of predictions, so you can say it's going to be a win, a draw, or a loss, or you can hedge your bets. I have not, to this day, hedged a Man City game because I don't see the point. Is this, you said...
I did last week.
Did you?
Man United, Man City. I wasn't sure of that one.
With Man United at home, you expected so much more, didn't you? Would you hedge this one, or are you just going for a home win?
1,000,000% I would.
Hedge.
Hedge. Although I think Man City are so superior at the moment, and not only that, let's just remember, if we're talking of confidence, they just come off beating their rivals, their title rivals, as well as their rivals.
Yeah.
If that was a cup game and they was in the third division, they probably would have celebrated like that as well. You know what I mean? So third division, don't even call it no more. But you know what I mean? So the confidence going to be sky high, but so is Spurs, and we all know Spurs can chase. That's one thing we know. They can go into a game.
I mean, we always fail, but we can chase.
No, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you say that. You went last season. You went on a 9-game winning streak, didn't you? And Chelsea, only that Chelsea had that earlier on. They broke the record. Or was it last year?
Yeah.
So Spurs can depart.
I can see the hedge. I've seen in terms of purely. My heart says we can do it, but my head says. I always believe Spurs can do it. But in this instance, you'd be mad if you played Fanleague and you want to win to not pick at least a hedge with a Man City win.
Old hedge.
Stoke City versus West Ham. Mark Hughes is struggling. He's the favourite to be the next manager to get the sack.
Rumour is
Go on.
He's already resigned.
I heard that as well.
I don't know.
What do you mean? But still going to manage this week? Or
Yeah,
not?
and manage the game against
Weird.
Burnley as well, which is strange.
Loves his job.
Yeah.
Imagine
I'll take every
resigning.
game. I'll take every
Imagine
game.
resigning at your job and saying, "But I'm still coming for the rest of the week." What? Mental.
Don't pay me.
Yeah, don't pay me. Yeah.
He's as a QPR fan. We had Mark Hughes, and what I saw when he went to Stoke was he did what he did with us, but in terms of he brought in these kind of skillful players. These players, because he's got great contacts. His agent can bring in a lot of players. He's also got links with like Barcelona. You've seen that with players like Afellay and Bojan was brought in. But what I saw, and what's probably given him an extra year at Stoke, is that he brought in all these players last season and he saw it wasn't working, and instead of what he did with us, where he just kept playing them and it's just 14 games without a win. For Stoke, he went abort, brought him back in Glenn Whelan, got Crouch back in the team, did all that stuff, and went back to being kind of solid. I think now he's kind of running out of ideas. West Ham, on the other hand, what are your feelings around David Moyes? And because this is a great opportunity if you get a good away win.
They're like carbon
against
copy
a team's got no confidence. Yeah, they'll probably swap at some point.
They're right, mate. You're right, and I will tell you about Moyes, but let me tell you about Stoke. I look at the Stoke team, and there's a few players in that team I would love. Saying that though, I would have probably said Arnautovic last year, but I wouldn't say I loved him. But like Shaqiri. They got Mbula in the middle of the park. I don't know if he plays that much, but I watched.
Struggled, yeah. Mate, initially he was good.
I think he's incredible, and probably what we're lacking at West Ham. Kurt Zuma, I think he's going to end up being one of the best centre backs in the world if he can stay fit. Chelsea should have him back next year. And I just got a couple of decent players that I like. So it's strange that they're down there, but it shows you how. I won't say good, but how close the Premiership is now.
Tough, yeah.
How tough it is, which makes it exciting. So I do definitely believe it's the most exciting league. But West Ham, Moyes.
Have you seen improvement?
Yeah, because the players are now trying. They're diving in front of balls and all of that.
You can definitely see the improvement.
So that's an improvement. But I'm a man that I will never want my team just to be backs against the wall 90 minutes and say I'm happy with it. Never, ever, ever, ever. Not when I've seen them play with that sort of heart, as well as put quality into it. Because we tucked in every team. Not last year, year before. We tucked in City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal. We tucked them all in, but we had Pirate.
Do you know that football you played for that goal against Chelsea at the last weekend? It was champagne.
We've got that, mate.
Yeah.
We've
and
got
that's what
that.
David Moyes will bring.
No,
champagne football.
But what he will bring is he'll bring. What he's bringing is but he's like he told the strikers to basically do like so this striker on this side had to do 2 men, this striker on this side had to do 2 men. So they were just like, and by the time 70 minutes come and we're just like backs against the wall when you need an outlet, we didn't have an outlet, and the outlet who we should have had, Arnautovic, he's had to come off because he's not fit, or he's fit but with arts he's had to run himself into the ground. I'm wondering if that way of playing, mate, we might get to May. Nah, like it definitely wouldn't be sustainable from the start of the season. I don't even think from even now to May.
But I guess he might.
When's the season in March? Probably, I'd say we'll be done by March. Which could
well, he's talks about bringing in 3 players.
Yes, so
Jack Wilshere. Yeah. So
Oviedo, Darren Gibson.
These are the guys. Fellaini. But again, I would take mate, Fellaini for West Ham.
He did
would be mad, mate. So I'd have him. I'd also Jack Wilshere. Please get him in there. Get him in there. I love Jack. He's one of my Spartans. He follows. Like when he messaged me, I was gassed. So I still believe. Like cause he's still Jack. He's still that Jack that got man of the match against Barcelona. Let's remember that. He's still that Jack that you put him in an English midfield alongside Harry Winks. We're gonna look good. Like he's got quality. Now keep him fit. And I think playing and playing well keeps you fit. Because when you're not playing too well, when you get a knock, it's like, mate, I don't even want to play no more. So I think there's a bit of that with him, with Sturridge, with all these injury-prone players. Confidence, mate, and I think Jack just needs to play.
So West Ham, what are we putting down here?
I'm going to go West Ham away win, and I would hedge for a draw as well.
Yes.
For draw, okay. Yeah, I think I would do exactly the same.
Me too.
I think it's it's the beginning of the end, or it is the end for Mark Hughes. Right, finally the huge one. I know you've probably skipped to this bit now. Birmingham City versus QPR. This is that. It might not matter to you two. This game is huge for me because, as you know, I love Ian Holloway.
You do
so much.
You
okay, he cares, and that's as a QPR fan, that's all I can actually ask for, right? But he has not won an away game in 17, and we're playing Birmingham City, who've won 2 at the last 11.
17 away games for QPR. Has he been there that long?
He's been there just over a year.
You're joking me. When did he go? I know he's been there. Like he was there last season.
It went under the radar.
Yeah, November he came back to a huge fanfare and got us playing great stuff. We are struggling quite a lot at the moment. I went to a Leeds United game at the weekend and we are running out of ideas. I must say.
Ollie come back and
he's a nice guy though.
He's a lovely man. And anyway, against Birmingham City, who are struggling, are in the bottom three. Same kind of feeling as the Stoke City. If you can't beat Birmingham City away, when are we ever going to win a game?
Where are you lot in the league?
We're about 16th, 17th. 6 points off the relegation zone. So it's a huge game. And as someone who has to predict on this, and you have to predict on your team, I've got a bad feeling about it.
This is one of them ones where you do a full hedge.
They're all crap.
Home, draw, and away.
That can't be done, though, can it?
Yeah, you can do it, but it's expensive. You have to pay in to get that.
How much?
Depends, doesn't it?
Depends on how many lines you're doing.
Because I'm one off that sometimes. There's one result. I'm like, man, I wish I could do all.
Yeah, you can put them all in. But
there's a few games.
Price up.
Yeah, Watford Huddersfield. I think that's another game where you can. That's a triple hedge for me. I have no idea what's going to go on.
But that QPR game, though, I'm doing home and away, home win and away. Yeah. Because like they're both going to be going for it. Someone's losing.
Yeah, and do you know what, statistically, the least likely outcome in any game in football is a draw.
Yes.
It's more likely that one team will win the game of football. So who are you going for, guys?
Well, I think Birmingham is always so strange because they had Redknapp, and they invested in the team. They brought Harley Dean and Jota from Brentford. One other as well, I can't remember.
Jota's not playing.
Stockdale, he's my pal.
Doesn't even get in the team.
He's gone. He could have stayed. He got offered a contract at Brighton, but he I know Stockers, and it'd be nice on some nice money at Birmingham.
An absolute mess at that football club once again at Birmingham. And and for your sake, I think you're saying what I hope, and for because I know how much you love Holloway and you don't want to see him get sacked, but he should be sacked. I'm going to go for a QPR away win.
Thank you very much.
I'm going for QPR away win.
Thank you.
100%.
And I'm going to go for a draw.
Good.
QPR, come on, lads.
Hey.
Come on. Right, those are just a few of the games and our thoughts on the teams that we support. In this week's Fanleague 13.
Yeah, we're not going to pick all of them.
We're not going to pick all of them. You'll be here all night. Yeah. If you there's videos every week on the Fanleague channel, so go and check them out. We had a good chat with Steve Housen, didn't we, last week?
Yep.
If you want to join Fanleague, click in the link below. There's a link in the description. You can join the one for the Weekend League or the Spartan League with Stevo.
He's got enough though. You've got enough Spartans.
You've got enough now, so join us, one for the weekend. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you again soon.
Download the app and join today.